left-hand side of the map, playing for Team Revolution, it's KeeN.
And spotting in the bottom right-hand corner for J Team, it is the Taiwanese player Has.
Alrighty, let me just close everything else. Make sure everything is fine. Okay. So we've got TvP here, and we've already got Haas moving out with a probe. Looks like that's just going to be the standard scouting probe. Make sure there's no cheeky barracks or anything like that, which is surprising for someone like Haas. There's a bit of irony in that. Scouting for cheese.
Sure, but he knows the power of cheese better than anybody.
That's
I mean, he definitely
true.
wants to be aware it's coming. And he is. He's done that in every game we've cast of his, especially against Terrans. Has gone around and just made sure there's no proxies to deal with.
And I mean, he was right. Like, remember that in game in which he just won because he blocked Supernova's building from landing?
Oh, yes. That was amazing. That timing was absolutely perfect for Has. I can't believe he pulled that off. And that effectively won him the game. Like, that's it. A probe getting a pylon under a floating factory. Was it? That was the game. It was absolutely amazing.
I've had that happen to me once or twice, and you're just like, oh, no. What have I done?
Well, better luck next time. Here comes the harassment.
Put on a big hat that says like "Idiot of the Year." Just having something like that happen.
Nah, just never lucky, man. That's all it is. Just luck.
I guess partially. I mean, makes you feel better.
It does. It does to say that. All right. So Reaper gonna pop out here for KeeN, and Probe kind of hiding on over towards that third base area. Has wants to make sure. Well, he doesn't die, for one thing. If he, oh, and he's throwing up a pylon, so he does have something else in mind. Reaper going to come in, check to see if there are any pylons missing, if there's an expansion for Has. Absolutely not! There is not an expansion for Has. The SCV scouted that as well, so this isn't new information. Zealot actually holding that little area. That's interesting.
Yeah,
he was blocking
that's
that.
Actually such an interesting dynamic on a map, having that blocking position. And I bet KeeN thought that was a probe, but it was actually or no, he would have got sliced by the Zealot, so he thought that was a... Or he knew it was a Zealot, but he's still going to have to abandon the natural anyway. Got this Adept coming in. And this is...
Natural's in trouble. Yeah, we saw this quite a bit yesterday. This early either Zealot Stalker or Zealot Adept pressure in the early game to try to go ahead and take down that early expand. It's so interesting that this whole one racks expand, one gate expand thing is touted as being so safe, but we are seeing how unsafe it absolutely can be. He might have to be forced to cancel this thing. One Marine not going to be enough. The Reaper not going to be enough. The Zealot hacking away, doing pretty good DPS.
Oh, it looks like he may... I mean, KeeN wants to try and save it, but he needs an SCV down on the way if he is going to save it. Okay, but he should be able to. Cyclones are pretty good. Raises the depot as well. Expertly done. So sort of like a last-minute save there. But there's still so much more heading his way. And he does scout that Haas went for the gold base and that there's a Stargate, which is very important. Because Haas's hand has been seen now.
Absolutely. And that's the importance. He's just SCV scouting. He managed to save the natural using that Cyclone here. He sees the gold base. He sees the greed of Has lifting the supply depot. The Adepts have to come in.
That's a mistake.
Oh, these two are dead for sure. One is going to be able to escape. She doesn't even get a Marine kill out of that.
Yeah, that's
absolutely brutal.
And now there is one Oracle out. They're both staying at the Stargate though. But I mean, Haas, he's mining off this gold base, but gold base is a base like this out on the map. It's very tough to defend. I mean, KeeN knows about this base, so he's going to be thinking about already what he can do about it. And apparently the choice is make a ton of Cyclones and just get ready to steamroll it, which once he holds off these Oracles, I think is certainly going to be an option for him. And he will hold off these Oracles.
Yeah, Cyclone, Marine, pretty good combination against Oracle, trying to fly and get something done. Not allowed positioning, way too good here from KeeN. The good news is that has been allowed to keep this fully saturated gold base, a little bit oversaturated, but nothing too much to worry about there. So his income is going to look pretty darn nice compared to KeeN's. Might even be able to keep up with that mule production that we see from Terran. But a couple Oracles flying around, scouting stuff up. Here comes KeeN. Now is the day of reckoning.
Okay,
KeeN wants to shut this down.
I mean, 3 Oracles is a lot of DPS versus something like this, so we'll see. Oh, a good Reaper grenade on the Stalkers there. Okay, Stargate's unpowered, but I mean, he still does have to deal with the army, and there's a chance that Haas may just be able to jump on this, and this is a very mature decision from KeeN, deciding to retreat, realizing, wait, I could be overextended here. He's going to wait for another Cyclone or two, and then I mean, he also has a Viking as well that can come in with this, so that's really going to help him out. That's such a mature decision for KeeN. I mean, some Terrans would have just gone in there, committed, and lost everything. So
Yep.
that's that shows a seasoned player right there. KeeN doing something like just pulling back when you're inches or just like a foot, I don't know in StarCraft terms, a foot away from a gold base.
Yeah, it feels like he might have had enough to get in there, but he just wants to be more careful and more sure than that. So he's holding back, also defending against these oracles, which are flying into that main base of KeeN as well. And actually, there's no static defense there. They do end up getting 3 SCVs, 4 SCVs, but
loses 2 oracles though.
One of the oracles picked off. Viking helping with that immensely. There we go. Yep, other oracle down. And that's 2 oracles, 2 adepts, and a zealot lost so far from Haz compared to 1 marine and a reaper.
Yeah,
from
and
KeeN.
I mean, those oracles were a lot of the DPS in this push. And without that, I mean, I'm not sure there's going to be enough to shut down these cyclones, because this is going to be 8 cyclones here. And I mean, cyclones are pretty good versus gateway units. Haz has charge on the way, but it's going to get nowhere near done. But look at this, Haz, he's already planning on taking the other gold base.
Yeah, he's going to try to hide that one as well. The zealots are actually being allowed to get a couple hits off on these cyclones.
Yeah, but
not
doesn't really
allowed
matter.
to kill any of
Some
them.
of the cyclones are weak. Look at the stalkers; they're decent versus them. I mean, that was KeeN maybe a little bit overconfident.
One more.
They're not pulling back. Yeah, he can just volley down this other cyclone. Then it's 3 versus 2. A few probes.
And probes in, warping in. Wow, that went really well for Haz. He's going to be able to save this thing. I thought for sure that 8 cyclone push would destroy him.
Yeah, Haz. I mean, those zealots got a lot of face time with the cyclones, but counterattack there at the killing off 6 probes, or I guess some of them were the ones that were pulled too. So yeah, that was pretty decent for Haz, and I mean, he's gonna have up another gold base.
Yeah, it's looking really good for him. I mean, it kind of all came down to that push on that gold, which he's allowed to keep. His 3rd base is sort of gold as well. He's going to have charge very soon, which is so nice against these cyclones that KeeN is trying to make happen. He's also going for the Widow Mines, very heavy Widow Mine play in the TvP meta, at least part of this Afreeca number World 23. And it looks like they're actually going to try to head on over possibly to that new gold base, which he doesn't know exists, by the way, but he will scout it accidentally.
That's a nice find. That's a golden find, if you will. Oh, no. Oh, he sees a pylon and he sees a probe. Okay. Does he sniff it out, though?
He's not sure what he wants to do, so he goes for the current gold base. Gonna try to wipe out all of these probes. Probe pull, pretty good, decent timing there from Haz.
Back to the other one. There we go. Now he sees the Nexus.
Well, no, he recognizes he played his hand.
Oh, back at home, Widowmine run by or drop, just got killed 16.
Oh, that's brutal. 46 to 32 harvesters now. KeeN is way up in worker count. That said, 2 gold bases might be able to pull that even a little bit.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it could be, but I mean, still a pretty good spot for KeeN. The fact that he's getting up the stim, that he's going to have the stimmed bio combat shield done, and I mean, how's Haz going to deal with this? I mean, he's going to have gateway units, but KeeN has +1. So, I mean, like, Zealot Stalker can work as a composition, but versus someone like KeeN with his good control, with his +1 bio, I'm not sure he's going to be able to make it work.
Yeah, oh, only 2 Zealots here defending. That is a huge push from KeeN. Coming right on in. The probes immediately evacuating from this location. The army here might try to save it, but the DPS is way too high. And the Nexus does end up exploding. 124 to 99 total supply here. Haz is down about 10 workers, which means his army supply is fairly healthy versus KeeN's, but he needs to make some really smart engagements. Guardian shield up, charge lots on top of the Marines.
So many Widow Mines, though. Ooh.
Yeah, Widow Mine's getting some nice hits off there. Suddenly, all the Zealots are dead. He's trying to warp in additional ones here, but Marauders and Cyclones and Marines, so good. GG out. KeeN takes game at number 1.
Well played there.
Amen. It's fantastic play from KeeN. Again, kind of early pressure there. Looks like he's a bit on his back foot, but man, gets into that mid-game 2-base aggression there. And suddenly the composition is great. The interactions are fantastic, and he makes it work.
Alrighty, so we'll get into the next map, which is going to be Lost and Found. Just going to swap us over to the Taiwan server for fair play between these guys.
Oh, all right.
It's just like a NA region thing, but Haz does prefer to play on that. He never mentioned it yesterday, but...
Do I need to do anything to do that?
You shouldn't do. It's so finicky, though. Like, there needs to be an option in the lobby just to select what server you're going to load into,
Yeah.
as opposed to having to go into the game settings, but
Yeah, I didn't know there was even a region for Taiwan.
there
Cool.
is indeed. I mean, the ping, it's not that bad. It's sort of like if you were East Coast NA to West Coast Europe, I guess, but
Yeah. Still not ideal, though. But yeah, welcome everybody to Africa World 23, day number 2. As you can see on the stream title, is going to be KeeN versus Haz, then Cure versus Fantasy, and then a final for the winners of those 2 sub-series.
we got to
It's
get
going
you
to be
in
good.
here.
Ah! I was busy talking. I'm coming in. I made it.
Okay, I think
Excellent.
we are down 1. We are down nice.
Nice. Where are you?
Nice also casting. He stepped into play yesterday, so him and Rex on the Taiwanese stream.
Very excellent.
Alrighty.
And where did... Oh, no. Nice. Come
Yeah,
back.
so we're just
Harry.
getting into the next lobby, guys. Shouldn't be too long. Thanks to everyone for tuning on in. Okay, let's just get that final check that everyone is ready. I believe KeeN may have stepped away for a minute here.
Oh, all right. Yes, it does appear that he has.
May as well plug while we're doing it, so you can find Falcon Paladin and I on Twitter and on YouTube as well. The URLs are all there on stream. They're pretty hard to miss there in the downtime, but yeah, so you can check us out. All the VODs will be up on my channel at some point in Falcon Paladin. May as well go into what you cast and stuff.
Yeah, it's StarCraft, it's Brood War, it's every single day. There's a new StarCraft host on my YouTube channel. I'm also out on Twitch 3 or 4 times a week, and then I'm here whenever LaughNgamez wants me. So kind of all over the place. If you watch StarCraft, you probably know who I am, but YouTube is basically where I live for the most part. That's where most of my content lives, about 26,000 subscribers, and just have a great time out there. It's really fun.
YouTube's your home, pretty much.
It is, but I am trying to branch out, and I think it's going pretty well.
Alrighty. Just still waiting on KeeN.
All right.
It is early for these guys, so maybe he has to go brush his teeth or something.
He just rolled out of bed. Mouth is feeling gross. He's like, I can't wait. I guess a little background of what happened earlier today. Both LaughNgamez and myself have cast a lot of StarCraft already over here in the United States, and I cast a best of 9 between Light and Railgun, 2 EUGM players. It went 8 games. I solo cast 8 games between these players. There was a 37-minute ZVP involved. It was insane, and it was a ton of fun there, though. So I'm a little bit worn out, but hopefully we'll have enough energy to get through the cast here today.
Oh, we will.
Once
we really get into the games, we're just waiting on KeeN. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. I cast a fair few games. I think I cast Mana a Laser. I cast a Laser Soul. Soul tried to proxy Rax 3 games in a row, and that went about as well as you'd expect it to.
He won all of them?
He lost them all. Well, Lasers apparently figured it out. And then I cast a Mana Rainer, where Mana, I think, 3-1'd Rainer. So yeah, so that was a fair bit of StarCraft too, but my highlight of the day was seeing Mana Cannon Rush Rainer. He did it. Ooh. The Madman. Did
He
they
pulled it off.
did the gateway shield batteries and everything?
Ah, genius against the young kid.
Yeah,
He's a
exactly.
16-year-old Rainer.
Everyone just likes taking a shot at the young guy.
Well, he's up and coming. You got to hit him now before he gets really scary.
Yeah,
Dude made the finals of WCS Montreal. Like, he is no joke.
for
No
sure.
joke from
So we're
Rainer.
still just waiting on KeeN. Wherever he has gone. Because, I mean, we're keen to get into this match.
What is our next map? Somebody
Lost
in chat
and
wants to
found.
know. Lost and found. All right. And a total person wants to know what the benefits are to Afreeca over Twitch.
Well, we're here.
Yeah, you don't find Africa World 23 cast by LaughNgamez and Falcon over on Twitch, do ya?
No, but
Nope.
yeah, I mean, pretty much anything that you can do on Twitch, you can do on Afreeca. Like it's a pretty well established and polished streaming platform. So they've been kind enough to put up with us for 23 of these events now. So we're still just waiting on KeeN, by the way.
I mean, it kind of seems like Afreeca is more popular with, I mean, Koreans, right?
Oh yeah, there's
More
no doubt
Korean
about that.
participation.
As it is originally a Korean platform, but KeeN's back. He says, "Sorry, go."
Okay, excellent. Let's get on in.
There's something about players just repeating everything twice. And then I find myself doing it after talking to players. It's just go. Hi. Can you play tomorrow?
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Everything like that. Okay. We are loading in, guys. It's going to be a best of 5. And this guy, spawning up in the top right-hand side of the map, playing for Team Revolution, actually just re-signed his contract not long ago. It's KeeN.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, again hailing from Taiwan, it is the red pro player, has...
Indeed. So we'll see what Haas is going to break out this game. I mean, he's sending out 2 probes. Is that intentional? Well, yeah, they're splitting up. Is this just a double scout?
That is not an accident. Absolutely not. I think one's a scout and one is a proxy.
Okay. I guess one will probably be for that proxy. Oh, it's a forge. Oh my god, he's cannon rushing KeeN.
Oh, he's really worried about KeeN's mid-game. He looked really good.
Oh, KeeN does. Yeah, he's such a...
Yeah.
I mean, if you see KeeN lose a game, it's usually because he's taking a lot of early game pressure.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what Has tried to do. He put that pressure up. He got the gold bases, but it didn't matter. KeeN is abjectly terrifying.
Oh my
right
god,
now,
that's why you send out 2 probes. Because you're building a forge. Oh, and how's KeeN going to react to this?
Well, brings the SCV down. Bring 3 SCVs down. Trying to chase this probe, but there's 2 probes, buddy.
Yeah,
I don't know about the 2
there's
probes.
going to be cannons on the low ground. I mean, we may just see Has cannon rush KeeN. Okay.
Oh,
I mean, PVZ cannon rushes, yeah, they happen. PVT cannon rushes, they're the kind of thing that makes you want to retire. Now, okay, double bunker for KeeN, though. I love this reaction because you got to be able to take down the... I mean, cannons and stuff will get building, and you need to sort of weather the storm here. The first Marine is a massive step here, but whether he'll have the DPS is a different question because the cannons will be able to focus down... okay, I like this. SCVs being pulled while there's still chance.
They are, but the cannons are ready, and
we
the
need,
SCVs
okay, more
out.
going up.
Oh, the low ground cannons can hit that bunker.
Oh, that's actually huge. Yeah, I didn't think that would be a case, but now, I mean, KeeN's in trouble. There's no doubt about that. He can repair, but eventually these cannons can start focusing down workers, and it's just not feasible. There's just too many cannons.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I don't really don't see
Oh my god.
back from this. He's pulling all the SCVs to try to save this bunker. He's losing SCVs.
Oh, he's got to get
One
those Marines in.
down.
I mean, some cannons are starting to fall, but I mean, the fact that KeeN, he just committed to these 2 bunkers and wasn't getting a factory behind this. GG, Haas ties it up.
That was it? Wow.
Okay.
What a cannon rush. So what we learned there was apparently the answer is not 2 bunkers. Don't do 2 bunkers. It has cannon rushes. You.
Haas punished KeeN for making him wait. There's no doubt about that. He says, guy, you had me waiting for like 2 minutes. You know how long this game's going to be? Just as long as that. And then...
Perfect. Karma indeed.
Exactly.
Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful out of Haz. That wasn't even like the standard, you know, shield battery contained with the cannons and then you make immortals. He just going for the
I mean,
throat, man.
you might have expected a little bit more out of like a cannon rush between two high-level pro players. It's like, nope, it's just like my cannon rushes. You get cannon rush, and you're like, well, I guess that's that. GG, good sir.
Amen. That positioning, I think it really came down to the fact that KeeN, I don't think thought the low ground cannons could hit those bunkers in that position. If he'd been able to pull those back a little bit, I think it would have made a bigger difference for sure. But in the end, sometimes one little pixel could make a difference.
Oh, for certain. Now we'll just get everyone into the right spot here. It's going to be another match. We'll make sure that both these guys are ready. It's going to be Fracture, but yeah, that was actually a important thing. Lost and Found is a cannon rushing map like that. That spot,
Yes.
because it's like a straight line across in which, so there's plenty of room for cannons. You don't have to deal with weird angling or anything like that. Both these guys are ready, and now we'll see. Maybe KeeN's going to return the favor in proxy, because like, oh man, that was bananas. I mean,
That was, but trying to proxy Haz is so hard because he will find your stuff. He knows to look for it. Amazing. We got Nano1891 in chat saying that LaughNgamez, you have an amazing voice, like a radio host voice.
Oh,
I think you've
man.
heard that once or twice.
thank you, but don't worry, I won't leave you for radio. I like casting StarCraft 2 too much. This guy spawning down in the bottom right-hand side of the map, playing for J-Team, it's Haas.
Spawning in the top left, the blue Terran player. It's gonna be KeeN.
Alrighty. Oh. SCV
Ooh,
moving
ooh.
across. Maybe he's just
My-
checking for forges, but no. Okay, I think this is going to be one of those fake proxies in which KeeN builds the barracks right outside of his base.
Well, so it's the mind game, right?
Yeah.
It makes Haz look for it when there's really nothing to find necessarily.
But what if Haas is just cannon rushing again, and then KeeN's just in even more trouble? Although
Oh,
I
that'd
don't
be
know how
hilarious.
that would work out, but
Not
yeah.
with the gateway first, no.
No, yeah.
A total person says that my volume is really quiet all of a sudden.
Oh, sorry, huh? We'll see.
I'll
Maybe
keep an eye on
something
things. If
adjusted.
something crazy happens, I'll let you know.
Okay, thank you. How is that?
I will say some more things and we can test. And let us know, a total person, if I sound better now. Thank you for the heads up. Really, feedback from chat is really important for this to work, so I appreciate that.
Okay, yeah, things should be more balanced here.
Okay. Double gas there from KeeN pretty early off of the one
Yeah,
base.
I mean, he made a lot of cyclones in the first game.
Worked out.
It did indeed, but then he got cannon rushed in the second. So maybe Haas will lose this game and then he'll cannon rush again. But all right, we'll see. I mean, and this is exactly how Haas came second at WCS Montreal, just by playing like so unorthodox, and then he managed to just do it versus every single player he ran into. And,
Yep. And it worked. And that's the
did.
thing, like, people said, oh, you can't cheese your way to the finals of a tournament like this. People know what's coming. People will be prepared. Has said you can be prepared and it won't make a difference. And boy, was he right about that.
Yeah, there was literally a guy like holding a sign, and it's I think it's one of my favorite signs I've ever seen at an esports event. It's like, you can't cheese out Mana, he can't beat Showtime, and then it's just a bunch of crossed out names, and then it's just
genius.
Cyril. Oh yeah, it was fantastic. I gotta get around to going to one of those WCS one of these days. All right.
Yeah, man. That, all right. So the Stalker's getting Chrono Boost out here. It's not quite here yet. Some probes are going to die. One, maybe two. Nah, just the one. Stalker does get out in time to chase that away. And an expansion coming up here for Haz too.
That was the unlucky probe.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
there's usually one. I mean, even a pro player like Haas will lose a probe to something like, just if you go gateway into Nexus, it's a risk you take depending on the Reapers. But KeeN actually going for 2 Reapers in a TvP and engaging the Stalker, maybe just trying to bruise it up a little bit. And I mean, he's got very good micro, so I mean, even a bruise, and there's going to be a Cyclone coming across the map too.
Yeah, so if the Stalker's a little bit injured, that makes the Cyclone's job easier, but there's no way those Reapers are killing that Stalker, and
No.
I think KeeN knew that.
Okay, now there is 2 Stalkers, a shield battery on the way, so Haas showing a lot of respect to this. But KeeN, we'll see what he's going to do with his Cyclone, because he's making a Medivac, but he's not very safe versus Oracles.
No,
All
he
right.
really doesn't have enough anti-air there. Here comes the Cyclone, going to take down the shield battery.
That's a
Focus,
big
and he
deal.
does end up getting it.
And now we'll see. I mean, maybe he can just try and pick off some probes while he makes his escape. These probes really committing there. But Haas, I mean, staying alive. And KeeN did bring an SCV to repair this Cyclone, though, so that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, just the one SCV. It does slow down the repair process, which means he won't be able to get in there anytime soon. I mean, at least in StarCraft time is the thing. It's going to delay this follow-up push from KeeN quite a bit. But he is expanding behind it. This is not a one-base all-in out of KeeN. Lifting, pushing. Looks like he's going to try to drop in the main while attacking the front at the same time.
Okay, this is very nice. There's also a Phoenix coming out, though. This can always lift up one of the Cyclones. I mean, Phoenix very good at shutting down the Cyclones. And KeeN may actually just try and boost out of here.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, this is, I mean, this is KeeN showing a lot of wisdom, not just overcommitting and possibly losing. Because, I mean, sometimes you can just dig yourself into a deeper hole than you are. And, I mean, KeeN did commit a fair bit to this attack, but he's shown a lot of maturity, and he's actually sort of consolidated and going for it now. Going to try and get a Stalker. 3 Cyclones have a lot of DPS. He's going to have this medivac to micro as long as it's still alive. But here come the 2 Phoenix, getting those lifts off.
Yeah, the lift was massive there. Shield battery keeping that Stalker alive, just barely there.
Oh, my gosh.
But the medevac micro
oh
here,
my
goodness.
God, KeeN, what a god. And now the Phoenix are actually out of energy here.
And the repair keeping this guy alive with 4 kills. Other one has 3 kills.
SCV.
Another Stalker comes in, does pick off the Cyclone. Huge pick off there.
That SCV clearly had a favorite Cyclone, just repairing that. But now there's a Widow Mine. Is that mine going to burrow or what? You got to burrow mine. Mine. Oh no.
Where is it? No, it didn't burrow.
It was just,
What?
it was just, I've never, oh, wait, back in the main base. Did the Reapers kill like 18 probes?
No, a lot of that was Cyclone, but
okay,
yeah, Reaper's got a ton of
they
kills.
definitely did a few there. Still, oh my gosh, and oh, here comes in a Liberator too. I mean, Phoenix can deal with that, but it's gonna take him a while. So Haas taking a beating now, and he's down to 22 workers. This is reaching critical damage level. A mine chasing these units away. Mine does get burrowed. Good pickup by Haas.
Good save there. Nice pickup. So 23 probes down, but it's only 25 to 36.
Yeah, still as Protoss, that's pretty low. I mean, it's not super critical, but it's not great. I mean, with KeeN having Stim on the way, 3 barracks, gonna have out, looks like it's gonna be double medivac production. I'd be a little bit worried as Haas.
Yeah, surviving, that's the thing. Sometimes in StarCraft you feel like you survived and you're happy, but surviving and being down that much, yep, there we go. There's the GG.
GG.
Saw that worker count on the natural base and tapped right out. He recognized surviving wasn't enough. He was too far behind. Let's move on to the next game, which is going to be game number 3. So KeeN, man, showing I can win in the early game too. You know, you can cannon rush me, but also push with Reapers and Cyclones and repairing and Liberators, and you will be forced to tap out.
Map number 4 will be Blue Shift.
Excellent. Blue Shift.
Not to be confused with what happens when you eat too many blueberries. It is indeed Blue Shift.
Oh, I've made that mistake before. It's so embarrassing.
Alrighty, so we'll get everyone into this lobby. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, Haas lost that last game. Maybe it's time he brings out the dirty, dirty cannon rush.
He might switch it up a little bit, but I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe it's time for some aggression. I mean, that's the weird thing. I mean, I bet Haas is not a fan of this current TvP meta, because with all the Terrans proxying, he's like, I'm supposed to be the one proxying. Come on, guys. I gotta earn a living somehow. You can't take this away from me.
You're taking my livelihood. Exactly. And the Reaper grenades were consistently pretty good too. There were times Stalkers were chasing down Cyclones or chasing down Reapers, and the Reaper grenade was placed just perfectly to knock it back.
Yeah, that is KeeN's control for sure. If KeeN keeps playing this solid, I wouldn't be surprised if we make him see something like in Round of 8 in Code S. Or did he actually make Round of 8 in Code S? I think he might have.
I'm trying to remember.
I think he did, but then he got bopped by someone like Zest, maybe? Don't quote me on that.
So let's see.
Or
2018 Season 3?
Yes. I could be mistaken.
Round of 8 was Maro, Gumio, Zest, Stats, Neeb, Rogue, Leenock, and TY.
Okay,
yep.
no KeeN.
No
All
KeeN.
right.
That's okay.
Okay, here we are, though. It's a best of 5. This guy currently 2-1 in the lead. Revolution's KeeN.
And in the bottom left, the blue, a Protoss player from Taiwan, J-Teams, has.
Alrighty. So we'll see exactly what KeeN's going to bring out here. Moving out with an SCV once again. Maybe going to be for that hidden barracks. And Haas moving out with a probe as well. So, yeah, I mean, the mind games are real in this.
Yeah, both players have some shenanigans on their minds, and check that action out. Proxy barracks here. Well, not, I mean, about the same distance between his base and Haz's base, so go figure on that one. Probably going to be a Reaper.
Look at this. Look at this, too. KeeN is building it just right next to the watchtower. If Haas had sent his probe to that watchtower, I mean, he would have seen it, but it's just like, no one would ever build their barracks next to a watchtower. It's pointless. But
well, it looks like he's just checking the bare minimum of a distance where if there's a barracks within this area, I'll be in trouble. But anything outside that, I don't care.
Yeah.
So KeeN's going to test that for sure.
Double gas, just so common in TvP these days.
Really is. This opening the one racks expand, especially against Haz, seems a little bit too risky, I think.
Yeah, perhaps that's just a stylistic thing. KeeN's like, I don't want to deal with this. I'll just cheese you instead. Oh, he actually shuts down the depot there for a second. Nothing major, but
tiny bit.
pain.
I mean, those little tiny things can really make a difference in these games, though, especially when both players are so evenly matched.
For sure.
All right, so Cybernetics core about halfway done here for Haz. Probe still checking around. Whoa, bunker up.
I love this. The amount of times every time a Terran does something like this, I'm like, I love it. And then it never accomplishes much, but it's like it's still cool to do. So we'll see. I mean, there is a Zealot going to be coming out, but I think this bunker will get up. Yeah, the Zealot's just busy intercepting the Reaper, but we'll see. Maybe KeeN's going to turn this into more aggression. I mean, we saw last time Haas barely held at his natural with that shield battery and whatnot. This bunker may be heading that off a little bit.
Yeah, the bunker's done with plenty of time to spare here. The Reaper has a very safe place to go hide, which is kind of nice for him. Although
an Adept out. Yeah, he needs to be careful.
He needs to get past the Adept. Got to get out now. There it is. Didn't even take any shots. What good control once again by KeeN. And we got SCV inside the bunker. Another Reaper coming in. This is very interesting. Proxy bunker with Reaper.
Yeah, I'm gonna start bruising that.
So I mean,
gets a probe popping out. Nicely done.
Down. Yeah, the bunker just completely negates the Adept's ability to really take care of Reapers. That's fantastic. I'm loving this out of KeeN.
And there's actually another Reaper coming out. He's going up to 3 Reapers.
Yeah, might as well get 4.
And then a Cyclone just coming across the map. Is Haas just going to lose his Nexus or die to this? Because you need, like, Stalkers to deal with this, I want to say. Maybe a Void Ray would do it, probably.
A Void Ray would shut this down pretty hard.
But that's expensive. Haas is going for it, though. I mean, he realizes the threat of this. I mean, now there's a Cyclone out, though.
Yeah, the Cyclone is the deal here. The Cyclone is what really is the DPS on that Nexus, not really the Reapers.
DPS.
Yeah, it's going down a lot faster now. I think Haz given up on it. He says, fine, take the Nat.
But that's pretty good, because KeeN now has his own expansion on the way. And Haas has a Stargate, so that's tech up on KeeN, but there's only so much you can do with the Stargate. KeeN's like, all right, it's either going to be, say, like, an attack, DTs, or a Stargate, and I can be prepared for pretty much everything. And there's also still a bunker at your natural. So, yeah, this is pretty darn good for KeeN. I mean, Haas not in a good situation, and even the scan to see what's going on there.
There's your Void Ray. Goodbye, bunker. Goodbye, Reapers. Reapers do manage to escape with their lives, and the bunker gets salvaged, too.
Look at that. Reaper for an Adept. Yeah, that's a bit of a slap in the face to the Protoss player. Just being like, oh yeah, I did all this aggression, and I'm getting back my 75 minerals.
And I'm going to kill another probe.
Yep. I mean, Reapers are good versus Protoss. The Oracle may even have to chase them down. We'll see. But yeah, like, Reapers, they make quick work of probes.
They sure do. So 2 kills on the one. Oh, the Oracle, though. And all the Reapers pay for coming back around. They could have escaped if they kept running, I think, but got a little bit greedy, coming back in for additional probe kills, maybe trying to catch a probe going for a quick third base, but didn't work out. Cloak Banshee follow-up here. Thank you, Observer Laughing KeeNs. And another Void Ray on the way here from Haz. So 2 Void Ray against Terran is a little bit interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Haas has got to get something done, but no detection. This is a Cloak Banshee. And I think Haas may just tap out here. He's got nothing to react to this. I think this is GG, honestly. The Oracle's across the map. will have energy for Revelation, but there's actually no answer for this Cloak Banshee. I think
It's
Haas
not even
is,
bothering to cloak. There we
Haas
go.
is a dead nerd. GG.
There it is.
KeeN 3-1. We're gonna have a
Super.
TvT finals.